my name is Vigdorov, and today I'm going to be doing my presentation analysis on a speech. So there have been many famous speakers in America, starting from way back in history, and one of these famous speakers is Emmeline Pankhust. Her speech, Freedom or Death, rang many bells throughout history, and even today we still look back to her speech for all of the reforms that she created in America. She started a very crucial movement for women in society all through America's history. She gave women the right to vote. She gave them an equality place in society, in work, in the political aspect as well. She was very crucial for gaining any kind of voices and rights, and many women were a lot more brave to stand up and speak for what they truly believed in. She was born in 1858 to a successful family. She had a background in politics. Both of her parents were abolitionists and suffrage movement reformers and supporters, and pretty much from an early age she kind of knew that, well, I have to do something to stand up to my family's name and make a big impact like my family as well. According to biographies.com article on Emmeline Pankhust, her family all took part in creating a more successful and a more safer environment for women and for children as well. They really pushed for suffrage for women as well, like married women, single women, all kinds of women, to be able to really help them gain their place in society. She founded the Women's Social and Political Union, which helped reach suffrage as well. She was sentenced to 3 years in jail, which was actually really interesting because she never served the whole term. She actually only served a couple of days. When she was arrested, she boycotted food, she boycotted water, she wouldn't eat, so within 4 days, she actually broke out of her jail cell multiple times. So she got arrested again, and when she got arrested again, she broke the jail bars again, which was honestly amazing because, you know, it's a woman being in jail, which doesn't really happen. And every time she got out of jail, she would rally up a round of people and explain to them what was happening, why she was getting arrested, what she was really fighting for. She also founded the Women's Franchise League, which allowed married women to vote, which was very important back then because married women were mostly just children caretakers and got to stay at home and didn't really have a voice in society. Her speech was truly life-changing, both politically and socially. This was all a revolutionary time in America because new laws were being formed, new parties were being created, there was a lot of legal reform, political reform, social reform, and during that time she really was able to get her voice to be heard. She also helped the National Women's Party, which gave voice to opinions and needs of women of all ages, all kinds of social statuses. There was also actually a suffrage march that was led by Alice Paul, which took place in Washington, also because of kind of the help of Emmeline Pankhust, just the idea of a woman being able to speak up for what she believed in and really getting her voice to be heard. According to onthisday.com of American history, the 16th Amendment became a law, which was important because it provided legal basis for graduated income tax. This was important because women were starting to work and they wanted to truly be treated equally as men. Woodrow Wilson was also inaugurated during this year, which helped Americans gain that true belief that America was destined for the real good future. Emmeline's speech was actually claimed one of the most influential speeches in the 20th century. She started the Western feminist movement and showed the urgency to advocate for women's rights. She really believed in the ability to gain equality for women in society. She wanted women to be able to create a life of their own besides just, staying at home, taking care of children, and living off of their husbands. Women were able to finally work as equals to men. Even though the pay wasn't equal, they were able to leave home, not stay at home all the time. In 1918, women were able to vote and they gained a place in society. Emmeline was kind of like Nelson Mandela in a way because she was arrested multiple times, but that never really stopped her. And, being a woman, it must have been really hard for her to really get her voice out there, being one of the first women to truly fight for what she believed in. The Women's Social and the Political Union was promoted, and more women were willing to speak up. Not only was this important because women were starting to speak up, but they really needed somebody to look forward to, kind of as a hero, and Emmeline Pankhust was that hero for them. So, being born into a political family in 1858, Emmeline always knew that she was meant for something more important than just being a leader. She knew she needed to make political reforms and social reforms as well. She started many women's organizations, which just helped her in the long run and helped America in the long run as well. She fought authorities and had many setbacks, but eventually succeeded, being able to be released after multiple days instead of 3 years from jail. She also opened gates for political and social change, and to this day, she's remembered as a fighter and an influential speaker in American society. Thank you.